Hello to everyone. Happy Father's Day. Okay, I was just sitting in the living room watching prepper videos. Some of them were chats. And I had yogurt going. Let me show you. I have a big pan of water that I brought to a boil. And then I covered it and I put it in the oven. My oven is not on. It's just to warm the oven, to make a warm oven for my yogurt. I have watched a lot of videos and I think I have the easiest method ever. Okay, so what I'm using is powdered milk, and I stockpile powdered milk, all kinds. It can be shelf-stable milk. I think you can even use almond milk or soy milk. I bought this at Food for Less. They had it for about $3.99. So my yogurt is room temperature. I took that out. Okay, so I brought this milk to a boil, and I turned it down and I let it cool to warm, like a warm bath. And then, this time I just bought Yoplait yogurt. And I get vanilla. Some people say you're supposed to use only plain, but I like vanilla. So now I was watching these videos, the prepper videos, and I thought, okay, who is going to be better prepared if bad stuff starts happening? The person that lives the prepper life every single day of her life, or the person who's full of good ideas, preparing for the eventual event, whatever that might be. I think your best bet is prepare for evacuation at all times. If really bad stuff starts happening, you want to evacuate. You don't want to bug out. If you see trouble coming, if you can totally, they can't victimize the whole planet in spite of what they may want to tell you. No one is going to be able to victimize the entire planet at once. It's probably going to be possible to move out of dangerous areas. So you want to stir all the lumps out. Now, let's see. It would have been more efficient if I prepared my little strainer, but I didn't, so hey, this is live and uncut. So this time I'm going to make it in my little bowls, like little bowls of yogurt. I only have about 3 or 4 cups of milk in here. See how there's still a little, you could eat that stuff, but oops, I guess it's only going to make 3. Sometimes when you're making the yogurt, you can tell it's coming out good before you even put it in the oven. And this is one of those times. See how easy this is? I boiled the milk. I let it cool until it was lukewarm, and then I added the room temperature yogurt. And so now this yogurt will be ready sometime late tonight. And it's a lot cheaper when you make your own. I don't know how much 8 ounces of powdered milk costs. Not much. Okay, so while I was, and then I have some tea with no sugar. That is good. Okay, so now I was sitting in my living room watching the prepper videos, and I was eating my leftover soup. I made potato soup and I had a little bit left over and I was eating it. So I thought, wow, what's good is keep the soup around, and then you want to slip these yogurts into the oven. that's been warmed by your pan full of boiling water. The recipe is on Twitter. Just go to Rotostone Twitter. I put a lot of good videos on my Twitter, and if you can't find my chat, that's on the Twitter too. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make some soup. So I had a little green pepper left, so I'll use that up. No wasting. So if you're continuously preparing, if you're continuously conserving your money, you're going to be able to withstand any hardships better, much better. I don't believe in unnecessary hardship either, because that's unnecessary. You never know. At certain times in my life, I had to endure a lot of hardship. And so a lot of the things I do is so that I don't have to endure hardship. I don't want to. If I can avoid it, forget it. So what I'm going to make is I'm going to make some mushroom, beef, and tomato barley soup. You know what is a very yummy combination? Tomato, onion, and mushrooms with beef in a stir fry. Another thing is if you make soup, that's a very healthy thing, especially beef broth and chicken broth soup. It's very healthy and good for one. And also, if you have like soup and crackers, and I have that bread that I bought for 99 cents, that healthy whole grain bread, and that will taste good with some of this soup as soon as I get it done. And it won't take too long either. I've been going to make this every day, and I got sidetracked. But when the time is right, that's the time to do things. Things come out better anyway if you let them flow. They really do. Sometimes it's just not flowing because it's not the time to be doing it. Okay. Now, earlier today, you know, when I made the sandwich, I saved my oil. Remember this stuff from the roasted vegetables? Now is a good time to use that up, and that will flavor my soup up too. I think I need a little bit more, so let me find my olive oil. Well, I have a little, this is good, I have a little oil left. I try to use everything up. You guys, it's hot as hell here. It really is. During the day, I don't use my air, but I do at night because I hate to be hot. Okay, so today what I was doing is I was going over my eBay and straightening up all the existing posts before I posted more stuff. So, okay, I want to saute my vegetables a little bit. This is going to add some nice flavor salt. This is going to add some, I'll add a little red pepper. If you're going to use this, if you carefully brown it, it's good. So I don't need black pepper because I have the red pepper. I'll add a little bit more onions. I have some chives, whatever you have. Whatever vegetables you have too. That potato soup was good. What I do is I keep my refrigerator really, really cold, almost to the point of freezing. So that way I can keep my food in there like 4 days easily. Maybe longer. I usually don't, but I could. Okay, so now what this is some salsa that I made. So for the tomato element, this is going to taste good. And I learned that on TJ Prepper's channel. I'm so glad she did a channel. I have learned so much stuff. And then, you know, I have some mushrooms. I bought these 50 cents. I made a special point to get them on sale. This could be any vegetables you have. Okay, now, what this is about 1 cup of beef broth, 1/3 cup textured soy. You know, I bought some today, but I had this, and 1/3 cup barley. And believe it or not, this is going to make a lot of soup. So in times of famine, as far back as the Bible, one of the things they would run out of was barley. Here's the textured soy. These are little textures, you know, the ones I bought at, let me see if it's over here close at hand. The ones I bought, oh good, here it is. See, these are bigger, but down here is not. I will still use that up anyway. So, in a famine, so then I want to add a little of the Rotel tomatoes because I have mushrooms, onions, beef, which will be the soy, and tomatoes. That you can do to your own taste. So, okay, so now I want to, one thing about homemade soup, you know, have you ever had, you buy soup out and you go, wow, I wish it had more broth. Like the potato soup, if it's too thick, it doesn't taste as good to me. I sit on my couch dipping my crackers. I buy these for $1. When I can find them for $1, I buy them. So this is going to be some good soup, you guys. Okay, so now I have some celery flakes. And in my freezer, I have some frozen vegetables. You can use canned vegetables or any vegetables you have. I'm trying to eat the food in my freezer down so I can pack my freezer full of meat. So the things you're apt to run out of in a famine would be wheat, barley, wine or grape, and so this is going to be some good soup when it's done, you guys. And oil. You don't want to run out of oil because you'll basically be in a starvation mode. So, okay, so now to go with my soup, I want to make some more of that that dip I made, but this time I will make it a little bit cheaper with my budding beef. My friend is the one who told me about that. Let me put my hot dog buns back in the freezer. Even though they're, you know, not expensive, I try to be very careful with all my food because, you know, I might want to make some chili dogs. Okay. So when you live like this, it only makes sense that you're going to be better prepared if something bad should happen. You're going to know how to use your textured soy. I posted a video that TJ Prepper did, and she made some sausage out of oatmeal. That might be a good thing to consider. So, okay, I have a half. Now, I'm finding this cream cheese to be really good to have. I never really thought about stockpiling this stuff. But now that I have thought about it, you can bet I'll be stockpiling it. Definitely. So here is my textured soy. It's not expensive. It's also good. I hope everyone is doing okay. If things look bleak, pray to God for help. That's rule 7, I think. And then this is the barley. People in other countries don't mess around with the barley. They know they need barley. It's a whole grain. And it expands. Look, my soup is coming along nicely. On soup, all you have to know is don't be in a hurry. That's all you have to know. So welcome to the 92 new followers. And welcome to the 3,600 old followers. That just blows me away. Don't encourage me. Okay, I've chives. I'm bad enough. And this is very delicious on crackers. And this would be very delicious on that Jan's bread. You can flavor this stuff with whatever you have. Tabasco would be good. Okay, so now, this is where this stuff comes in handy. This is cheaper. You don't have to go into your stockpile and use up your good roast beef. You can, not saying this isn't good, but this is like 25 cents as opposed to $2.50. And it's going to taste pretty much just as good as the others, so. You could make a log and roll this, but I always make cheese balls. Also, you can put green olives in this. Anyway, my friend was the one who told me about using this stuff. She goes, I have to go to a party and I don't have much money. I guess I'll take this. And I thought, wow, that's a good idea. You know what else is really good in this kind of dip? You know those pickled vegetables? They have like cauliflower, carrots, I think onions, you know, they come in a little jar. If you mince those up, that is very delicious in this kind of dip. So this is going to be a great little cheese ball to go on my crackers with my soup. And then once you make your soup, you've got your soup for like maybe 2-3 days. And if you get your kids used to eating this, you know, homemade food, pepper and salt, they're less likely to reach for the fast food because this is a lot better tasting food, even though it's cheap. It's real food. And another thing, I want to encourage you guys to find sources of clean water, bottled water. Like now I have found that place that has the 20-cent water. I got to go over there. I got about 10 water bottles rolling around in my back seat. What I do is I keep them in my car so they make me so miserable I have to fill them. And it works too. The only thing worse than a dirty house is a dirty car. That's the only thing worse than a dirty house. Neither one is good. Oh, look at this. I have one cracker left. Just right for trying my dip. I will tell you if it tastes good. If it tastes awful, I will tell you. I hate it. I don't think so. These crackers were good. They were marked down, cheap. Crackers is one thing I can always seem to find. Look at this. Okay, so now my soup is boiling. So I will just turn it down and I will brew it for a while. I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.